I'm gonna give you 10 reasons why I love Robinhood and what it's doing to compete against other banks, apps, even Apple, and why I think it's personally better. What's going on, gang? It's your boy 4G Tone. Everything that we do is for God, and this is Athletic Money. So let's get right into it. One of the hardest things for me ever as a human being, as a professional athlete, as a college athlete, was saving money. That was the hardest thing ever for me in the world. Is there a distinct reason? Obviously, you can look at the pay structure, how we were paid. It would be lump sums, it wouldn't be checks, especially even if you were in the NFL. I was a practice squad guy, so if you weren't on the team, you weren't getting paid at all. There's so many different things that kind of goes into it. But I just want to give you an idea or a strategy that's helped me save money to get me in a better mindset, to get me in a better groove, to help me put money away and know that that money is not only being put away, it's also gaining in value over time. Everybody's been hearing about this Apple savings account. Whoever puts their money in that account gets 4.15% of yield savings, a high yield savings rate, which is you get 4.15% on every dollar that you put into that account. So if you were to put $10,000 in, you get about $415 back after a year that you have that money into that account. So we understand the different modes of investing, right? We understand that if we put money into something that can gain value over time, it's a good investment. Stocks, bonds, real estate. We want to put our money to where it's gaining value over time. Savings is a little different because we just want to put our money away so we don't spend it. If we spend our dollar, we kill it. It has no chance of gaining value over time, and you're back to zero. Your income is your most powerful thing when it comes to your money. How much money that you can put in your pocket and keep in your pocket is essential for you having financial, let's say, peace, right? Shout out to Dave Ramsey. And to be honest, what we do as, a community is just that we like to spend. It's a consumerism society. Everybody wants to sell something to you. Every time you go on your phone, YouTube, the internet, there's an advertisement trying to get you to buy, and someone's offering something to us. So what better mode can we get in, or how can we understand saving a little bit more? And what helped me the most is knowing that when I put my money away in a certain account, I don't have to be an active investor. I can just put it in the right place, and it's going to give me money back on that money I put away. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why I love Robinhood and what it's doing to compete against other banks, apps, even Apple, and why I think it's personally better than a lot of them out there. Reason number one, so they have a money market account, which is just like if you were to put your money into a savings account, right? Same thing as what Citibank has, Bank of America has. You can put it in a savings account and get a certain percentage back, a yield interest back on your money. So the reason why the banks do that is because a lot of banks, they like to take your dollar that you give them when you put in the savings account, and they like to take that money and use it themselves for investments, and they give you back a certain percentage of what they made on your money. So a lot of different banks, their rates aren't as good as Apple's, for example. That's why everybody, when they had Apple, was going crazy when they came up with the 4.15, because, for example, Bank of America and Wells Fargo, their rates were 0.1, right? Or 0.01, which means that if you put $10,000 away, they'll only give you $10 back. So it's crazy. Reason number one why Robinhood is the best out there, in my opinion, it has a money market account that gives you a 4.65 interest rate. So instead of it being a 4.15 like Apple, or 0.01 like Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Citi, it gives you a 4.65% back on your money market account. You can also take that money and use it for a brokerage account, which means that you can take that money and now put it in actual investments like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, a whole bunch of large scale companies throughout the world and throughout the nation that you can invest in, maybe hopefully get a bigger bang for your buck when you put that investment there. But you're safe in understanding that, okay, if I put my money in this money market account with Robinhood, I'm at least knowing I'm getting 4.65% back after investing my money in that money market account. If I were to put away $10,000 in that account at the end of the year, right, I would get $465 back, which is huge, better than Apple's, and really competitive against many other savings accounts across the nation. Another great thing is that there's no penalty if I take that money out a certain amount of times. And let me tell you why it's a great play from Robinhood and why it's one of the best that you can choose from, right? So there's no penalty, but say I want to take that money out and put it back in my bank account, it's going to take a few days because of wiring fees and how the system works for wiring money back and forth to certain banks' accounts. It takes a few days, which is not necessarily the most efficient thing for your dollar. So what Robinhood does now is that they have a debit card account or a spending account, to where they'll send you a debit card, and it's a MasterCard, which we know that we can use MasterCard virtually everywhere. They go ahead and send you that, and you can spend however much you want on that spending account. And it's an easy transfer if you do it all within the app. So you go and have your $10,000 in your brokerage account, and you need about 15 to go ahead and spend some food. You're having a hard time this month. You can go ahead and easy transfer that 15 right into your spending. It's easy. And now you still have that brokerage account, but now you have the luxury of having a spending account if you have certain emergencies, or if you want to just use that as a regular spending, just like your Bank of America, your Citi, or your Wells Fargo. It's pretty dope. So that's reason one. Number two was that it was a brokerage. You can invest into these other companies. And reason number three is that it has a spending account as well. Thinking about as a consumer, I want everything in one place. I don't want to go so many different places to tag in, and especially if it takes a long time to transfer. If I can have everything in one place, it's easy. I know that people don't like the word centralized, but it kind of is, or it can be, if you're a consumer that just wants one place to take care of all your business, especially with your money. It's a great intermediary, a place where you can use your money and spend it in different places, invest in different places. Robinhood seems like one of those things. And let me tell you why I trust them, right? It's weird because we all understand what happened to Robinhood, I don't know, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I think maybe 4, with GameStop and everything else like that. We understand what happens on the investment side. But if you look at, if I'm using this money to have as a spending account and a brokerage account, how can I trust to make sure my money's not going to be tampered with, or all of a sudden my money gone, hurt, deleted, depleted? It is backed by the biggest banks in the world, right? It's backed by JP Morgan Chase, which is creme de la creme. It's backed by Wells Fargo, US Bank, Bank of Bonds, and I think there's 2 more. But it has a wonderful backing from some big dogs to know that your money is still insured with them, right? It's not a huge risk if I put my money there because it's backed by these banks. They use these banks in order to hold the money and then have a good transaction and smooth operations throughout their whole system. And with all these banks backing them, it is FDI insured, which means that if something were to explode through Robinhood, I'm insured at $1.5 million. So if I want to go ahead and put in 1.5 mil, right, a ticket and a half a ticket, I'm good. I'm insured. I at least know that money is protected, right? Now, do I say put $1.5 million in that account? No, I will go ahead and put my money in different places so I'm protected in a whole bunch of different ventures and investments and avenues. But it has that there to where that money is technically safe, right? So now we have a brokerage account with a 4.65 savings rate, money market account. We have a brokerage account where I can now invest in the top companies in the world, primarily the nation, like Apple, Microsoft. I have a spending account, so if I need to spend some money, I have a debit card through them. I can spend it on my MasterCard. And then 4 is backed by major banks. So pretty good incentive so far. So let's go to number 5. If you're a gold member now, they also have IRAs, which is a individual retirement account, to where I can put my money in an investment account, and there's just more tax benefits that you could choose, whether it be now or later, that I'm not taxed if I want to take that money out, right? But I got to keep it in there for a certain amount of time. Robinhood has a wonderful IRA account where they have IRA match, right? They match it at 1%. So if I were to go ahead and max out my IRA and put $6,000 in my IRA, I now can get back, I got to do my math real quick. That's how you know, 60. So it's cool. It's not really like the most lucrative thing, but we all heard of jobs doing IRA matches, and they do it at a certain percent. I think the NFL's is like 50% or higher, but at least Robinhood gives you one at 1%. So they're giving you money when you put it in that IRA account, which is pretty dope. Just to have, another incentive for it, right? So that's reason number 5. Reason number 6. So we all heard of Acorns and how it works. You know, they track your spending, and every time that you have left over from the next dollar amount that you spend, say I spend $11.20, Acorns will take that 80 cents and now put it in my investment account. So now I'm investing into index funds, technology, and everything else like that. And then now it adds up. It's like Acorns adding up throughout time. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty nice incentive to have so that every time you spend, you know you're investing when you spend. Now, Robinhood has that same thing within their spending account. So if you spend a certain amount of money in your spending account, whether it be $11.20, $11.30, it would take that 80 or 70 cents and put it back in your brokerage account, right? Or your money market account. And now that money is earning interest automatically. You don't even have to worry about putting it somewhere. So that is one of the incentives that it has as well. It's pretty dope. Robinhood has automatic investing. So just like everywhere else, every time you have a check come in every month where your money is, doing good, your income is rolling, you can have automatic takeout from your bank to Robinhood, whether you want to put it in your brokerage or whether you want to go ahead and put it in an IRA or you want to put it in your money market account. It gives you all those options. So it's pretty dope. Everybody knows about crypto, what's going on in the world of our money and the US dollar and how it may be breaking and everything else like that. There's a lot of information that's going on right now, a lot of news on that as well. But the great thing of what Robinhood has is that it has a crypto wallet. So we know that Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're decentralized, meaning that no one's in charge of it. We don't have to worry about a government controlling our money, paying taxes, not yet at least. You can go ahead and have a crypto wallet. So if you like Ethereum, Bitcoin, or really other big cryptocurrencies, Robinhood has a wallet that you can tap into and it's encrypted, it's safe. And now you have a different form of currency that you like to use, whatever you want to. If you want to, I don't know if you're still into it, but if you want to do NFTs, you can do NFTs, do that crypto wallet, and so many different ventures with that cryptocurrency side. So they also have that. To end it off, right? The interface is smooth, man. It's not hard to use Robinhood, and they give you plenty of information if you want to tap in and learn more about investments. So that's why I love it. I think it's one of those apps to where it's just trying to dominate. It's trying to compete with all the best apps that you can use. And Robinhood's been around for a while. Obviously, it's had its not good times, it's had its great times, but I know a lot of people that's been making a lot of money in Robinhood because of the decisions they make. It's not because of Robinhood, but it just gives you a great an easy opportunity to start that mode of investing, to get into your form, to get into your frame, to understand more about what it is to invest your money and now get a return on that dollar, right? It's your hard-earned money. We want to keep up with inflation. We don't want to fall behind. If we go ahead and save our money and put it in a mattress, that money is automatically going to lose its value over time because of inflation. It's a natural thing in the US economy. Whether you think it's great or not, I don't think so. A lot of people have their opinions, but it's something that is naturally happening every year. Value of that dollar is going to go down, goods go up, and things get more expensive while our value of our dollar goes down. It's a crazy world we live in. It's just a reality. But how do we keep up with it, right? How do we continue to leverage our dollar? We earn it. We want to make sure that dollar doesn't lose value even if we save it. We know that if we spend it, it's done. It's dead. It's over. But if we save it, how do we make sure that that value doesn't go down with inflation? We got to put it in places to where it's going to earn money because we put it in the right spots. Generally, I think, and it's totally up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. Places that you can put it to make sure that it's going to gain value over time. You want to make sure if you're starting out that you're going to put it in a place to where at least you're going to get money back on your investment. And one place that I really enjoy using is Robinhood. It shows you every month how much money of interest you've gotten back because you've saved it, you put it away in this account. And I like it. I like seeing my money grow over time. I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure you do too. So let's do it together. And this is not a sponsorship for Robinhood, but this is just genuinely how I feel about the app. I just think that it's really good for young investors. You could be young, intermediate, advanced. It's just a great interface for everybody to use. So again, this is your boy 4G Tone, everything that we do for God, and this is Athletic Money. If you want to see more videos, if you want me to talk about more topics, if you wanted me to go back to the basics or even do news or talk about different athletes and what they're doing with their money, just let me know down in the comments and I'll tap in with you. We can get right and really talk about this money thing because I wish I had someone talk about these ventures, especially in my space, a little bit more specifically so I can understand it more. But you also got to be open to listening. I don't know if I was that open to listening back in the day. Just being real, honest, open, transparent, okay? Love and peace to you guys. Again, if you guys want me to talk about anything else, please let me know. This is your boy 4G Tone. Everything that we do is for God, and we out. Deuces, peace.
4G water got a wave going. 4G water got a wave on. Hold it. water. I'm keeping it flowing like water. I know that I'm waving the hardest. I'm like the currency charges from all this fire and cause. Counting the money, I'm swimming with dolphins. I was swimming too fast and I lost it. Fishing deep in the sea and I lost it. They say fishing was lame, so I sauced it. Bigger waves, no flow. Bigger goals, no goal. I'm controlling the way like Moses. And the flood on the way like Noah. And with God on my side, I'm the coldest. So I'm freezing over Nova Scotia. Humble servant, I'm supposed to. Water dunking, need a poster. Hold it, water, hold it, water. 4G water, got a wave going. 4G water, got a wave going. 4G water, got a wave going. Hold it, water.